Good afternoon, or good morning, good evening, wherever you are. This is Roger Gilbert, and I'm reporting for Milling and Grain magazine. I'm standing here in Zanzibar on the closing day of the 32nd IAOM Middle East and Africa event. I'm in the company of Melinda Farris, and she is the CEO of the International Association of Operative Millers and has overall responsibility for events worldwide. The Middle East and Africa organisers obviously take centre stage here along with local organisers. It's been a wonderful 3 days, over 500 people here and something like 80 exhibition stands and numerous conference presentations. But Melinda, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Melinda, we had a fantastic conference, particularly on the first 3 mornings with panel or discussions, and they really did tackle some of the issues the industry faces.
They sure did, and Dan Bassey, he was the moderator for most of those, and he just does such an excellent job, I think, getting to the crux of the issues.
And one thing that struck me was that the hall was completely full throughout the 3 days. So some of this information was very relevant to millers and traders, which is the primary audience here in the region. What were some of the highlights that you heard?
You know, I think that it was really important that we talked about the difference between the regionalism versus the globalism. I think that after COVID, and especially after the war in Ukraine, we're looking at, that shift from the global supply chain to more of a regional kind of chain, and some of the interruptions and everything that people are seeing because of that.
And also there was a focus on the local area, being Africa, not putting too fine a point on, but maybe Middle East and Africa. But we dealt with some of their issues as well.
Sure. Every region has its own issues and its own challenges, and we had some amazing panelists who were local, could talk to us about what challenges they're seeing with not only grain procurement, but then food security and what it looks like going forward. The dollar being so strong right now has definitely created some issues here. But I was really happy to hear, I guess, that there's plenty of wheat in the world right now. Of course, one of the suppliers that we're unsure of, right, is Russia, because of the grain corridor and not knowing exactly how long that will be open. But I think that was something I took away that was, I thought, very positive.
Yeah, and I think that we will know in early November whether that corridor stays open. But the overall consensus, I think, was that it might not have as big an impact as it was having before it opened.
That's exactly what I understood too, yes.
It's
just great to have these experts. You get these panelists of experts from around the world to come, and they share their knowledge, and you get a diverse, a large variety of kind of different opinions, because, people in America see the world differently than people here in Tanzania, and so it's always important to have that diversity.
Yeah, and that's a very important point, because in the closing sessions today, we heard a lot about does the world really understand what is happening in Africa in terms of supply chain and supply of product?
Exactly. We heard a lot about that. I'm probably not going to be able to talk to it, though. Sorry.
But overall, the conference was ticked all the boxes?
Ticked all the boxes. We have an amazing IAOM MEA team. They're based out of Oman, and they're the ones who put this meeting together, and they do such an excellent job. Ali Habaj is our director, and he makes sure that everything is top-notch.
Yeah, and it has been. And at the closing ceremony, we heard where we might be attending next year.
Yeah, we're super excited. The conference will be going back to Egypt. So no dates announced yet, but stay tuned, because it'll be a great event. I think they're planning on, if things work out, 6th of October city. So make sure you save the dates in your calendar.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Melinda. Thank you for a fabulous event once again. And we look forward to seeing everybody come next year in Egypt. But thank you, Melinda.
Thank you so much, Roger.